But Stevens Point has a threat going here. Runners on first and second with nobody out. Marshfield leading 1-0. And the meeting at the mound breaks up. Jacob Earl back at his position behind the plate. Mason Coffrin on the mound, ready to look for his sign. Blue Devils looking for the bunt, and Isaac Perner does square around but lets it go for ball one. Perner, the number 3 batter in the order. He was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. Monty Diesler creeping up at first base. Squares. The bunt is down to Coffrin. He scoops it up. Throws over to Chandler Schmidt covering at first base to record the out, but the sacrifice bunt is completed as the runners move to second and third. So Zimmerman over at third, Franz at second, and Justin Morton steps in and takes a called strike one. First time Stevens Point has had a runner at third base tonight. And there's a shot, a single into left field. Going to score the runner easily from third. And Brady Franz had to hold up to make sure the ball wasn't caught in the infield, and he only advances to third. So an RBI single. Morton with the RBI single. Now Morton at first, Brady Franz at third, and J.D. Schultz comes up. We are tied now 1-1 in the top of the third inning. Coffrin makes the move to first, and Morton gets back in plenty of time. 1-1. That was Stevens Point's first hit of the game. And there goes the runner. The ball is cut off, but couldn't be handled by Preston Wagner. And so Morton steals second base, and Franz steals home. So the double steal by the Sixers results in a run, and it's now 2-1. Marshfield. Stevens Point, rather, 2-1. Stevens Point on the double steal by the Sixers. J.D. Schultz, the batter, 1-0 count. Wagner on that steal attempt moved in on the grass. He was not at the bag. Chandler Schmidt had gone to the bag, and Preston Wagner was the cutoff man on that. The throw was a little bit low, and he couldn't quite handle it. And by then, the runner was already on his way to home. And now Jacob Earl calls time to go out and talk to Mason Coffrin. So that's the first runs off Coffrin in the past 9 innings. He threw 7 innings of shutout ball in Eau Claire, and he shut Stevens Point out the first 2 innings here. So it was the first runs in the past 10 innings against Coffrin. 2-1 the count. Takes a long look at Morton at second base and delivers a called strike to Schultz to even the count at 2-2. Popped up. Diesler coming in, makes the catch in foul ground for out number 2. So Morton stays put at second base. Jacob Danielson comes up. He walked his first time up. 2 down. The runner at second. Coffrin trying to avoid further damage here. Stevens Point has taken a 2-1 lead in the top of the third inning. In the dirt. Gets by Earl about 5 feet or so, not far enough for Morton to advance to third. So it's 2-0 now.
Here are the top search results.
2-0 the count on Jacob Danielson. He walked his first time up. Hit on the ground. Schmidt fields it at second. The easy throw to first to retire Danielson, and that takes care of the Sixers in the third, but they score 2 runs. And after 2.5, it's Stevens Point 2, Marshfield 1.
Wausau Homes Marshfield offers the quality you know and trust close to home. Whether you're looking for a 2-story house with an open staircase or a cozy 2-bedroom bungalow, Wausau Homes Marshfield can build it with a firm price and a guaranteed move-in date. Stop by their new location on Central Avenue and see how Wausau Homes Marshfield can help make your homeowning dreams come true. Wausau Homes Marshfield, custom homes built your way.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Rural Mutual Insurance in Marshfield believes there's something more important than just winning or losing. We believe that a community that supports their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. That's why Rural Mutual supports Blue Devil Baseball and supports our community with personal, business, and farm insurance. Now is the right time to call Rural Mutual and talk to Brad about crop insurance. Call Rural Mutual at 715-384-2826 or visit them in person on South Central Avenue in Marshfield. Blue Devils coming to bat here in the bottom of the third inning. They trail now 2-1. Stevens Point scored 2 runs in the top of this inning on just 1 hit. And Preston Wagner is the leadoff batter for Marshfield. He hits 9th in the order, takes a ball. This one is popped in the middle of the infield, and the shortstop, Justin Morton, comes in to make the catch for out number 1. Back to the top of the order now, and center fielder Riley Bushak steps in. He grounded out in the first inning. Bushak, a 400-plus hitter, checks his swing on a ball in the dirt for ball 1. Ball ball hit foul down the left field line, evens the count at 1-1. Shadows starting to creep onto the field now. Hit hard right at the second baseman. And Zimmerman makes the pickup, throws on to Perner at first for out number 2 for the Blue Devils. And now Isaiah Byrel steps in. He grounded out in the first inning. And that's a strike. Byrel playing left field tonight. He hits a hard smash up the middle and snagged by the shortstop Justin Morton for the pick and throw out at first base. So after 3 complete, it's Stevens Point 2 and Marshfield 1.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
And now, the continuing adventures of Captain Collision.
Aha, the phone. Hello, Mankey's Automotive and Collision Center.
Hi, Captain Collision. I was backing out of the driveway and trying to text my friend and hit the snowbank thingy, and boom. Know what I mean?
Of course. Of course, Rob and the rest of the Mankey team can fix anything. They can give you a free estimate, free pickup and delivery, and a lifetime warranty on your repair work. Now let's get to work. Mankey's Automotive and Collision Repair, 25th Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids. We meet the nicest people by accident.
We go to the top of the 4th inning. Stevens Point holding a 2-1 lead over Marshfield. The Blue Devils with 2 hits, the Sixers with just 1. 1 error in the game, and that belongs to Stevens Point. Griffin Furcus steps in to hit for the Sixers. He was called out on strikes his first time up. Mason Coffrin still on the mound for Marshfield. He's at 59 pitches through the first 3 innings. Coffrin has had some trouble finding the strike zone so far tonight. He's hit 2 batters, he's walked 3 batters, and just hasn't found that groove yet. 1-1 the count. And there's a ball. Two and one now. There's a strike at the knees. Evens the count. Hit hard into left field for hit number 2 for the Sixers. So they get their leadoff batter on here in the 4th inning. And that brings up Reese Gaber, the right fielder. He flied out his first time up. Action down in the Marshfield bullpen. And that ball is high and tight to Gaber. Coffrin just not being able to command his pitches tonight. And there's a hit to center field. So The Sixers coming alive here a little bit in the middle innings. And now that brings up the number 9 hitter, Isaac Sikash, for Stevens Point. Probably see the bunt on here with runners on first and second and nobody down. He does not square to bunt. He's swinging and fouls a pitch off. It's kind of surprising. The Sixers have tried to bunt multiple times already in this game with runners on the bases, and the number 9 hitter playing his first game for the senior team does not bunt in this situation. So Stevens Point with a 2-1 lead, preferring to play for the big inning. One and one the count. Runners on first and second for Stevens Point. And that ball gets past catcher Jacob Earl. He's going to be charged with a passed ball on that. Should have made the catch on that. It wasn't a difficult pitch to handle. So the runners move up. Furcus to third, Gaber to second, and that's effectively as good as a sacrifice bunt, even better. You advance the runners and don't give up an out. So 2-2 now the count on Sikash, and he hits it on the ground, too short. And the ball is in the dirt. Preston Wagner made the scoop there. Threw over low in the dirt, and Monty Diesler could not come up with it. And on the play, Griffin Furcus advances home with the run. So 3-1 lead now for Stevens Point. And Josh Metz comes out, and that is going to be it tonight for Mason Coffrin on the mound. So runners on first and third for Stevens Point. And we'll take a quick break here with the pitching change. The score is Stevens Point 3, Marshfield 1.
Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm your host, Rachel.
Hey, welcome to Coach on the Couch. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski.
It's time for the Zaleski Sports Show 3 to see.
I'm in the house.
I'm in the house.
He's in the house. He's in the house.
Have a great week, everyone.
Go Sports!
The pitching change is made for Marshfield, and it's Ty Pankratz into the game in relief of Mason Coffrin, who struggled with his command all night. And Stevens Point touched him for 2 runs in the second, 1 here in the fourth, and it's a 3-1 Stevens Point lead. Pankratz making his 6th appearance on the mound this year. He has a 2-0 record, a 6.00 ERA. So it's up to Pankratz to stem the tide a little bit here for the Blue Devils. They trail 3-1 in the top of the fourth. Stevens Point has runners on first and third with nobody out. So Pankratz takes over. He'll face Zach Zimmerman, who is 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. And the runner from first goes, And the throw to second is cut off by Wagner. So a stolen base for Isaac Sikosh. And now the Sixers with runners on second and third and nobody out. So big trouble for Marshfield here in the top of the fourth inning, trailing 3-1, and 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. And Pankratz starts out Zach Zimmerman with 2 balls. 2-0 the count. And there's a strike. Most of the field covered in shadows right now. Hit to a right field, and that ball is scooped out there by Devin Palmer. Couldn't quite make the catch in the air. He hit it, caught it on the short hop, so it falls in for a single. And that scores another run as Reese Gaber comes in from third base. Isaac Sikosh takes third on the play. So it's now 4-1 Stevens Point. And Zach Zimmerman, the runner at first, Sikosh at third, and Brady Franz is up at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out, also was hit by a pitch. Nobody out here in the Stevens Point fourth. And the runner, Zimmerman, takes off, steals second as Earl can't handle the pitch. So stolen base puts runners on second and third now, still with nobody out in a 4-1 game. One and two now the count on Brady Franz. Coffrin stayed in the game. He's playing first base, replacing Monty Diesler over there. So Pankratz will bat in Diesler's spot. Pitch fouled away. In the air, Jagger Johnson moves into foul ground to make the catch for out number 1. The runners stay put at second and third. And that brings up Isaac Perner. He's been up twice. He was hit by a pitch and he had a sacrifice bunt. So 1 down. 4-1 Stevens Point lead over Marshfield. Hit in the air to right field. Devin Palmer comes in, makes the catch on the run, fires home, and now they've got a runner hung up between second and third. He gets back in time. The runner at third was tagging and came about a third of the way down the line. Palmer came up firing to the plate, and the runner from third stopped and went back to third. And while that was happening, the runner at second, Zach Zimmerman, was trying to advance to third, and he was able to get back in time as Jacob Earl threw down to try to retire him. So after all that dust settles, it's Justin Morton coming to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He takes a ball on the first pitch. 2 down, runners on second and third, and Stevens Point up 4-1. There's a pretty good looking pitch that apparently was just outside. Ball 2 now, 2-0. In the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes to Justin Morton. He's the cleanup batter. Swinging 3-0 and fouls it toward the Marshfield dugout. 3-1 now. Hit on the ground, too short. It's Wagner fielding it there. Throwing on to Coffrin at first, and that retires Stevens Point. But the Sixers add 2 more runs to the scoreboard, and after 3.5, it's Stevens Point 4, Marshfield 1.
At Stratford Building Supply, we do more than build quality homes. We also provide the area with a variety of building supplies for contractors and homeowners. Whether you're looking for a custom floor plan or home repair supplies, look no further than Stratford Building Supply. With 2 locations, we make it the convenient choice. Contact us in Park Falls or Stratford, 715-687-4125 and stratfordbuilding.com. Stratford Building Supply. We build anything, anywhere.
Clemmy Sales in Stratford is your hometown Chevrolet dealer. You won't get any high-pressure sales tactics from us. We simply offer great deals on quality, brand-new Chevrolet vehicles. We also have a great selection of pre-owned vehicles and expertly staffed service departments for all your repair and maintenance needs. Small-town hospitality, just like your grandfather remembers. That's why people keep coming back, time and time again, for their next new vehicle. Experience small-town service like no one else can deliver at Clemmy Sales in Stratford.
Marshfield Country Club has tee times available for you right now. Call Marshfield Country Club at 715-384-4409 to get your group golfing today. Marshfield Country Club also has daily food specials in their brand new restaurant. Also visit Marshfield Country Club at golfmcc.com. Mason Coffrin is going to lead it off here in the bottom of the 4th for Marshfield. The Blue Devils falling behind Stevens Point 4-1. Coffrin was the starting pitcher for Marshfield, but never really found his groove and was relieved in the 4th inning. The final line on Coffrin, he pitched 3 innings. He allowed 4 earned runs. He gave up 3 hits, walked 3, hit 2 batters, and struck out 2 batters. So a tough outing for Mason Coffrin after pitching so well last Saturday. All 4 runs against him were earned. And he takes a strike now, evens the count at 1-1. Isaac Seakosh still on the mound for Stevens Point. He's making his first start of the season for the Sixers. Has been playing on their junior Legion team. And the count now is 1-2 on Coffrin. There's a ball. 2-2. Seakosh has just 44 pitches at this point. And the count runs full now on Coffrin as he tries to get something started for Marshfield here in the 4th inning. Hit, 2 bounces to second base, and Zach Zimmerman makes the play, flips underhanded to Perner to retire Coffrin for the first out. That brings Devin Palmer to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Struck out in his only previous at-bat. Marshfield with just 2 hits. Stevens Point has 4. Both teams have an error. And the ball is hit in the air to left field, and coming on, having to make a feet-first slide to make the catch is J.D. Schultz. And he does make the catch for the out. So 2 quick outs for Marshfield here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Chandler Schmidt now with 2 outs, trying to get something started for the Blue Devils. They have yet to really solve Sikosh. Sikosh has done a nice job of getting ahead in the count. He's thrown a lot of strikes. At this point, 36 strikes against just 12 balls. There's a foul just over our position here, down near the bullpen batting cage. And it's 0-2 now on Chandler Schmidt. Hits the ball in the air. A right fielder moves over. Reese Gaber has to jump a little bit, but he hauls it in for out number 3. So a very quick inning for the Blue Devils. And after 4 complete, it's Stevens Point 4, Marshfield 1.
Baltus Convenience Stores says, "Go Blue Devils." Baltus Convenience Stores also says, "Did you get your car a little dirty this past weekend? Great! Go to Baltus today and experience express wash, touchless, and even detailed car wash services. Baltus will have your car back in shiny, clean condition in just a matter of minutes. After your car is washed up, go inside your Baltus store for refreshing drinks, satisfying snacks, and many other items for your trip home or your next road trip. Baltus Convenience Stores with locations in Stratford, Wisconsin Rapids, and Marshfield.
If your path to achieving your hopes and dreams is less than clear, Meyer & Associates provides the direction and guidance that helps put things into focus. We provide financial advice and customized solutions that help take the uncertainty out of your dreams for today and the future.
We can work together to make an honest assessment, understand your options, commit to a plan, live life brilliantly. Our team is here to help.
Going to the top of the 5th inning now, and it's J.D. Schultz leading off for the Sixers. He is 0 for 1, a walk and a flyout. Marshfield looking to stop the bleeding a little bit here in the 5th inning. The Blue Devils have given up 2 runs in each of the past 2 innings, and Stevens Point leads it 4-1. Ty Pankratz on in relief of starting pitcher Mason Coffrin. Coffrin is playing first base now. The foul tip, and Pankratz ahead of Schultz, 1 ball and 2 strikes. A little bit low, 2-2. And that was kind of in the same spot as the last pitch that was called a ball. This time it's a called strike 3. So Marshfield gets a break on the low pitch. For out number 1, Jacob Danielson now the batter for Stevens Point. Looks at a ball outside. Little tapper that goes foul down the third base line. Jagger Johnson hustles over and picks it up. Fires it back into Ty Pankratz. And there's a strike 1-2 now the count on Danielson. One out here in the Stevens Point fifth. The Sixers lead it 4-1. Marshfield with just 2 hits so far. The bouncer to third. Picked up by Johnson. The throw over to Coffrin in plenty of time, and that's out number 2 in the inning. Griffin Furcus coming up for Stevens Point. He's 1 for 2. He was called out on strikes his first time up and then singled his last time at bat. Hit foul. That hit for Furcus his last time up, that started Stevens Point's 2-run rally in the 4th inning when they scored twice to take a 4-1 lead. Swing and a miss on a low pitch, and now it's 0-2 as Ty Pankrat's way ahead of Griffin Furcus. Way high for ball 1. Hit a line drive right at Jagger Johnson. Didn't have to move. Makes the catch, and that retires the side, the first 3 up, 3 down inning for Stevens Point. And after 4.5, it's Stevens Point 4, Marshfield 1.
Are you looking for a daycare close to Auburndale? Little Sprouts Learning Garden Daycare, located at 10564 North School Road, has a convenient location right next to Auburndale schools. When you bring your children to Little Sprouts, you know that you're leaving them in good hands. With a capacity of 50 children, this daycare is open to all children from 6 weeks to 12 years. Conveniently open from 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, Little Sprouts Learning Garden in Auburndale is your family-friendly daycare.
Grassland Dairy Products in Greenwood has been in the butter churning business for over 300 years. Since 1893, when the original Wietrich family immigrated to Wisconsin from the Swiss Alps, to present-day fourth-generation owners, Grassland Dairy Products has perfected the butter-making process. Grassland Dairy offers an assortment of butter products and dairy ingredients. Whether for industrial use or your own kitchen table, you can trust that Grassland Dairy Products will produce quality butter that everyone will enjoy. GrasslandDairy.com.
Castle Rock Veterinary Service understands that your pet is an important member of your family, and our team of veterinarians and staff are dedicated to your pet's well-being by providing up-to-date medical, dental, and surgical care. Wellness, examinations, vaccinations, and a full suite of care are available to your pet at Castle Rock Veterinary Service. Castle Rock Veterinary Service is on South Oak Avenue in Marshfield, just a short drive south of Hackman Field, and on Facebook at Castle Rock Veterinary Hospital. Blue Devils coming up here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Blue Devils bats have been pretty quiet so far tonight. They have been 3 up, 3 down in the 1st, 3rd, and 4th innings. The only action on the bases came in the 2nd when they got 2 runners on base and scored their only run. And Jagger Johnson is leading it off here. Fouls the first pitch. Isaac Seakosh, the Stevens Point pitcher, has retired 8 consecutive Marshfield batters. So the first-time Senior Legion player is acquitting himself quite well so far tonight. No balls and 2 strikes now on Jagger Johnson. There's a ball. Eight in a row set down by Seakosh. Make it 9 straight as Johnson strikes out swinging. Jacob Earl now at the plate. Earl started this streak of 9 straight Marshfield batters being retired when he struck out for the second out in the second inning. The only base runners tonight for Marshfield have been Chandler Schmidt and Jagger Johnson. They singled back-to-back in the second inning, and Schmidt scored from third base on the Johnson single. So the only action on the bases for Marshfield tonight by those two players. And now Earl falls behind 0-2. Looks at a ball. Trying to get something started here. 4-1 game, Stevens Point in the lead. Held up on a pitch that was called a ball, and the count is full now. 3-2 to Jacob Earl, trying to get on base. Hits it in the air. Coming hard is the center fielder Brady Franz. Justin Morton going out. He got a glove on it, Morton did, but couldn't make the over-the-shoulder grab, and that'll be a hit for Jacob Earl. It wasn't hit hard or far, but it was just far enough to drop off the glove of Morton and in for a hit. So the Blue Devils with a runner on and a courtesy runner for Jacob Earl now. Eli Drexler comes out to run for Earl, the catcher, as Ty Pankratz comes to the plate for the first time. Pankratz came in to pitch in the fourth inning and actually replaced first baseman Monty Diesler in the batting order. So Pankratz hitting for the first time tonight in Diesler's spot. And Sikosh, recognizing the speed of Eli Drexler, a couple of throws over to first, trying to keep him close. Drexler is a definite stolen base threat, and there he goes on the first pitch. The pitch is low, scooped by the catcher, Danielson, and he throws on one hop to second. It bounces into short center field, but no chance for advancement by Earl. But Earl steals second base to give the Blue Devils a runner in scoring position with one out. So Ty Pankratz, the pitcher, can help his own cause here with a hit. And he's ahead now 2-0. Hit in the air, short right field. Coming in to make the catch is Reese Gaber. And that's the second out now in the fifth inning for the Blue Devils. So Eli Drexler, the courtesy runner for Jacob Earl, still on at second base, now with two outs. Preston Wagner, the batter, takes a ball. Hits it into right field. And right at Gaber, he makes the catch for out number 3. So a hit for Marshfield, but no further action. And after 5 complete, it's Stevens Point 4, Marshfield 1.
Wassa Homes Marshfield offers the quality you know and trust close to home. Whether you're looking for a two-story house with an open staircase or a cozy two-bedroom bungalow, Wassa Homes Marshfield can build it with a firm price and a guaranteed move-in date. Stop by their new location on Central Avenue and see how Wassa Homes Marshfield can help make your homeowning dreams come true. Wassa Homes Marshfield, custom homes built your way.
Partners Bank, better together.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com.
Reese Gaber leading off the top of the 6th inning for Stevens Point. Hits a ball foul down the left field line. Evens the count at 1-1. The Sixers leading the Blue Devils 4-1. Stevens Point 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. They have left 6. There's a ball too short. Preston Wagner has it fall off his glove, and now he throws it away, throwing the ball back to the pitcher. And that's going to be 2 errors on Preston Wagner. 1 for muffing the ground ball and allowing the batter to reach first base. And then a second error when he threw wildly. To the pitcher, and the ball got away and went all the way behind home plate. So just not solid baseball there by Preston Wagner. So 2 errors on that play. And that allows Reese Gaber to reach second base. Blue Devils 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors. They've left 2 batters. And now Isaac Sikosh, the pitcher for Stevens Point, coming to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He's done a really nice job on the mound tonight in terms of throwing strikes and getting ahead. There's a 1 bouncer to Johnson at third. He picks it up and throws on to first for the out. So a 1 down now for Stevens Point, and Reese Gaber, the runner at second, has to hold up on the play. That brings Zach Zimmerman in the top of the Stevens Point order to the plate. Looks at a ball. Hit in the air to right. Devin Palmer comes over to make the catch. No advancement by Gaber, the runner at second. So 2 down now. And we'll see if the Blue Devils can finish off the inning without any damage being done. Brady Franz, the batter, he's 0 for 2. Also was hit by a pitch. Looks at ball 1. And another pitch Misses the strike zone now, 2-0. Fouled back to the screen. It misses low, and it's 3-1 now on Brady Franz. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Stevens Point with a 4-1 lead. Hit foul, and that makes the count full. In the air. Palmer has it measured in right field, and he makes the catch. So no damage on the double error in the inning, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Stevens Point 4, Marshfield 1.
And now the continuing adventures of Captain Collision.
Aha, the phone. Hello, Mankey's Automotive and Collision Center.
Hi, Captain Collision. I was backing out of the driveway and trying to text my friend and hit the snowbank thingy, and boom, know what I mean?
Of course, of course, Rob and the rest of the Mankey team can fix anything. They can give you a free estimate, free pickup and delivery, and a lifetime warranty on your repair work. Now let's get to work. Mankey's Automotive and Collision Repair, 25th Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids. We meet the nicest people by accident.
Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm your host, Rachel.
Hey, welcome to Coach on the Couch. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski.
It's time for the Zaleski Sports Show 3 to C.
I'm in the house. I'm in the house.
He's in the house. He's in the house.
Have a great week, everyone.
Go Sports!
Bullseye Sports is at 1201 South Central Avenue in Marshfield and is your place for bows, arrows, guns, ammunition, hunting apparel, and much more. Bullseye Sports services what they sell and even what they don't. See the talented team at Bullseye Sports and schedule time at the indoor archery range and video range that allows good beginner practice all the way to league play. Bullseye Sports, celebrating 20 years in business. Riley Bushak, the top of the order for Marshfield, coming up here in the bottom of the 6th. And the Blue Devils need a rally. They are down 4-1, and we're getting late in the game. Time to get something started. And a count now 1-1 on Bushak. Bushak tonight is 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs. Hit in the air into left center. The center fielder, Brady Franz, arranges over, calls off J.D. Schultz, the left fielder, and makes the catch for out number 1. That brings Isaiah Byrel to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts tonight. Can't say it enough. Isaac Sikosh, the pitcher for Stevens Point, doing a great job tonight in his first Senior Legion action. And there's a pop-up by Byrel that first baseman Isaac Perner handles, and that's out number 2. So Sikosh has thrown 69 pitches thus far, 49 of them for strikes. He's gotten ahead of batters, and he's just done a nice job of keeping the Blue Devil hitters off balance tonight. Sikosh has 3 strikeouts. He has not walked a batter. and he's allowed just 3 hits. So there's a pop-up by Mason Coffrin, and Sikosh makes the play himself for out number 3. So another quick inning for Marshfield, and after 6 complete now, it's Stevens Point 4, Marshfield 1.
At Stratford Building Supply, we do more than build quality homes. We also provide the area with a variety of building supplies for contractors and homeowners. Whether you're looking for a custom floor plan or home repair supplies, look no further than Stratford Building Supply. With 2 locations, we make it the convenient choice. Contact us in Park Falls or Stratford, 715-687-4125 and stratfordbuilding.com. Stratford Building Supply. We build anything, anywhere.
Clemmy Sales in Stratford is your hometown Chevrolet dealer. You won't get any high-pressure sales tactics from us. We simply offer great deals on quality, brand-new Chevrolet vehicles. We also have a great selection of pre-owned vehicles and expertly staffed service departments for all your repair and maintenance needs. Small-town hospitality, just like your grandfather remembers. That's why people keep coming back, time and time again, for their next new vehicle. Experience small-town service like no one else can deliver at Clemmy Sales in Stratford.
Ty Pankratz, the Marshfield relief pitcher, ready to work here in the 7th inning to Stevens Point. Isaac Perner will be the first batter. Perner, the first baseman, he's 0 for 1 tonight. Pankratz came on in relief in the 4th inning. Has done a good job since he's been in there. Ball 1 to Perner. Hit on a line to left field, and making the ankle-high grab out there is Isaiah Byrell. So a nice grab by Byrell for the first out on that line drive. Pankratz has allowed 1 hit. He's pitched 3 1/3 innings right now. There's a chopper, or a pop-up rather, that catcher Jacob Earl handles for out number 2. So 1 pitch and another out. 2 quick outs for Stevens Point. J.D. Schultz coming up now. Again, Pankratz has allowed just 1 hit. He's struck out 1, has not walked a batter. He's let his defense help him a little bit. There's a line drive past the diving Preston Wagner at short and into center field for a hit. Riley Bushak catches it out there, gets the ball back into the infield, but a hit. And a base runner now for Stevens Point in J.D. Schultz with 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Jacob Danielson coming up. He's 0 for 2. Has a walk and a couple of groundouts tonight. Marshfield trying to shut the door here in the top of the 7th and then attempt a rally in the bottom of the 7th. There's a wild pitch to Danielson, and that allows J.D. Schultz to move to second base. Marshfield trying to keep the score at 4-1 here and give themselves a chance to rally in the 7th inning. Marshfield only has 3 hits in the game off Isaac Sikosh, young player who's making his debut with the Stevens Point Senior Legion team. There's a ball in the air to right center. Coming hard is Devin Palmer, and a head-first slide. Glove extended, and he makes the catch. So that retires Stevens Point in the top of the 7th. And Marshfield coming to bat now, trailing 4-1.
Are you looking for a daycare close to Auburndale? Little Sprouts Learning Garden Daycare, located at 10564 North School Road, has a convenient location right next to Auburndale schools. When you bring your children to Little Sprouts, you know that you're leaving them in good hands. With a capacity of 50 children, this daycare is open to all children from 6 weeks to 12 years. Conveniently open from 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, Little Sprouts Learning Garden in Auburndale is your family-friendly daycare.
Grassland Dairy Products in Greenwood has been in the butter churning business for over 300 years. Since 1893, when the original Wietrich family immigrated to Wisconsin from the Swiss Alps, to present-day fourth-generation owners, Grassland Dairy Products has perfected the butter-making process. Grassland Dairy offers an assortment of butter products and dairy ingredients. Whether for industrial use or your own kitchen table, you can trust that Grassland Dairy Products will produce quality butter that everyone will enjoy. GrasslandDairy.com.
We are back in the bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Blue Devils here to mount some sort of rally to either win the game or tie the score and force extra innings tonight. Blue Devils trail Stevens Point 4-1, coming off a 4-3 loss at Stevens Point last night. Isaac Seakosh, the Stevens Point pitcher, has retired 14 of the past 15 Marshfield batters. So he has really shut the door tonight in his first action with the Stevens Point Senior Legion team. Devin Palmer is the leadoff batter here in the 7th for Marshfield. Checks his swing, and it's ball 1. It'll be Palmer, Chandler Schmidt, and Jagger Johnson coming up for the Blue Devils here in the 7th. There's a swing and a miss. Marshfield unable to get much going offensively, just 3 hits so far off Seakosh. There's a strike. Seakosh has not walked a batter tonight. 1-2. Hit on the ground and into left field. Well, there's a leadoff single for the Blue Devils by Devin Palmer. So that's the 4th hit of the game. No warm-up action in the Stevens Point bullpen. So at this point, Seakosh looks to be on for the long haul here. Chandler Schmidt coming up. He has one of the 4 Blue Devil hits in tonight's game. Throw over to first. Palmer back. Can't imagine Marshfield would be stealing here. Down by 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th, but Seakosh wants to let Palmer know that he's aware he's over there. And another throw. Head first dive. Not sure why he's that concerned about Devin Palmer. Stevens Point has a 4-1 lead. That runner at first is inconsequential at this point. And there goes Palmer with a head-first slide, and he steals second base. So the Blue Devils being aggressive on the bases, down 4-1, and they make the steal, put Palmer on second base. Again, the run means nothing to Stevens Point. I'm not sure why Seakosh was that worried about him. And there's a strike to Chandler Schmidt. Now the count 1-1. Stevens Point 4, Marshfield 1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-2 now. Marshfield has 4 hits. Stevens Point just 5, but the Sixers have benefited from some walks, and the hits have been timely. There's a ball that is tomahawked in the air by Schmidt. High pitch up in the strike zone, and he tomahawked it into foul territory beyond the fence along the right field line. There's a ball. 2-2 now the count. Hit on the ground, too short. Picked up there, the long throw, and it gets Chandler Schmidt at first base for out number 1. Nice play by Justin Morton, the shortstop there, to catch that ball pretty deep in the hole at short and make the long throw over to first for out number 1. Jagger Johnson now, the batter. He's 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. looks at a ball. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th for Marshfield. The Blue Devils trail 4-1. Hit hard up the middle and into center field. And there goes Palmer speeding around third. The head first slide of the plate, and he is out. Nice throw by the center fielder, Brady Franz, to cut down Devin Palmer at the plate. I'm not sure with trailing 4-1 that you really want to send that runner to the plate, but the Blue Devils took that chance, and Palmer was erased on a nice throw by Franz for out number 2. So instead of first and third with 1 out, the Blue Devils now are 1 out away from losing this game as Jacob Earl steps in. Jagger Johnson is the runner at first after the hit. And now with 2 down, it's up to Jacob Earl to keep the inning alive. 4-1, Stevens Point. Hit on the ground to third, bobbled, recovered in time, and Griffin Furcus makes the throw over to first base, and they get Earl on the out, and that ends the game. So a final score here tonight. Stevens Point beats Marshfield 4-1. The Sixers overtake Marshfield for 4th place in the Wisconsin Valley Legion League standings. And as we look at those standings, Stevens Point now improves to 5-7 in the Valley. Marshfield falls to 5-8, so a half game behind Stevens Point now are the Blue Devils. Marshfield overall is 11-15 with the loss. Stevens Point improves to 15-8 overall. The final totals in the game for Stevens Point: 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, 8 men left on base. Marshfield, 1 run, 5 hits, 2 errors, and 3 runners left on base. The winning pitcher is Isaac Seakosh. He goes the distance for Stevens Point, making his first ever start for the Stevens Point Senior Legion. And the losing pitcher is Mason Coffrin, the starter for Marshfield. He was tagged with all 4 runs through the first 4 innings of the game. So that will do it from Jack Hackman Field. Again, we'll be back here tomorrow with a non-conference game against Wapaka. That's an 8 o'clock start. And then a couple of double headers on the weekend for the Blue Devils. Marshfield will play Saturday in a doubleheader starting at 1 o'clock. And then Sunday in a doubleheader that will start at noon. So Saturday it's Holman in a doubleheader at 1 o'clock, and Sunday it's Onalaska here to take on the Blue Devils at noon. We will be back in a bit, talk to Josh Metz, the Marshfield American Legion manager, about the loss. So stay with us. Again, final score, Stevens Point beats Marshfield 4-1 in Wisconsin Valley Legion League play.
Wausau Homes Marshfield offers the quality you know and trust close to home. Whether you're looking for a 2-story house with an open staircase or a cozy 2-bedroom bungalow, Wausau Homes Marshfield can build it with a firm price and a guaranteed move-in date. Stop by their new location on Central Avenue and see how Wausau Homes Marshfield can help make your homeowning dreams come true. Wausau Homes Marshfield, custom homes built your way.
Partners Bank, better together.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
And now, the continuing adventures of Captain Collision.
Aha, the phone. Hello, Mankey's Automotive and Collision Center.
Hi, Captain Collision. I was backing out of the driveway and trying to text my friend and hit the snowbank thingy, and boom, know what I mean?
Of course, of course, Rob and the rest of the Mankey team can fix anything. They can give you a free estimate, free pickup and delivery, and a lifetime warranty on your repair work. Now let's get to work. Mankey's Automotive and Collision Repair, 25th Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids. We meet the nicest people by accident.
Ready? Here with Josh Metz, Marshfield American Legion baseball manager. Josh, your team loses tonight 4-1 to Stevens Point. Back-to-back losses on consecutive nights to Stevens Point. How do you assess those two games against the Sixers?
Just didn't hit well enough. I thought we played better tonight than we did last night, but still obviously wasn't good enough. We got to score more than one run. Again, we mounted a small rally in the seventh night, just like we did. Well, we had more of a rally last night in the seventh, but at the end of the day, it's just too much to overcome against a quality team. And we're in a bit of a slump or rut right now again. We've got to find a way to get out of it.
Mason Coffrin, one of your top pitchers, pitching on full rest. He was coming off that spectacular performance against Eau Claire, but he just couldn't find the strike zone tonight. His command wasn't there, and it just wasn't his night, was it?
No, unfortunately, that can happen with Mason. It's part of the reason he wasn't the number one this spring for Marshfield. He had control issues in the spring. He had been really good control-wise for us all summer, so until tonight reared its ugly head. So hopefully we can get him back on track. We're going to need him. He's been really good in big games this year, so hopefully tonight was an anomaly and not a trend for him, and hopefully he can get that one out of the way now with some big games coming up here.
On the other side, Isaac Seakosh, the Stevens Point pitcher, was making his debut with the Stevens Point Senior Legion team tonight. And he did a pretty good job of throwing strikes and getting ahead. What was your thoughts about what he was able to do?
Yeah, he was around the zone. He wasn't going to give us anything free, which was always a good start. He made us work, and we put the ball in play, but it was right to guys. It's kind of been the story of our season, unfortunately. Guys are definitely getting frustrated, when you hit it hard and it goes right to a guy. It's frustrating, but he did a good job. He threw hard and threw strikes, so you give him credit for that.
Okay, thanks, Josh. Back at it tomorrow.
Yep.
And tomorrow the Blue Devils will play at home again at Jack Hackman Field, taking on Wapaka in a non-conference game. That'll be an 8 o'clock start, a little bit later start than normal. And then this weekend, the Blue Devils are home for a couple of double headers. Saturday against Onalaska, starting at 1, and Sunday against Holman, starting at noon. So a lot of baseball coming up here in Marshfield this weekend. That's it for us tonight. Again, final score, Stevens Point beats Marshfield 4-1.